in a way, I feel like I guess I kind of still am drunk. Like, is this still a haze? Am I here? Like, where am I? I'm pretty
That's what I was
sober, but
saying.
that fatigue, that depressant from the alcohol, as he talked about, cuz is definitely like in my blood right now. Like, yeah, I'm here, I'm here. But can
Dude, quickly tap your mic.
you hear me?
I don't think
Oh,
it's drawing from that mic.
this one here. One
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. I was like, yo, is
Um,
Don groggy as fuck or is the
You
mic not
sound
right?
different.
how's this now? Better?
Yeah, way
Oh, wow.
better. Way
Yeah,
better.
I think I
Wow.
have too many audio sources on my computer. So,
But yeah, that's what I was saying when I asked, I said, has anyone ever woke up drunk before? This is what I was saying yesterday. And they're
oh,
like,
I
what? No, how do
have.
you
I
wake up
definitely
drunk?
have. I
Yeah.
definitely had. And the worst part is waking up still drunk and then needing to throw up. The version of that was that I grabbed some water that helped sober me up, closed my eyes for about 2 minutes, needed to throw up again, and then the water was still cold on the way out.
And that's the thing. Sometimes water will do it too. It'll be like, nope,
Every
the
little thing will
body's
like just
rejecting everything.
trigger anything and everything, right? So, what time you guys leave last night?
We got sandwiches at Raw Raw Rhinos. And
Okay.
then we left like probably 30 minutes less than that after. I drove good. Dude, the
Very.
preliminary naps that I took were perfect. I
I'm
was
so
ready for the nap.
jealous.
You look like you had a lot more energy in you.
Cool.
You.
Well, you know me, we're just getting started at 2 a.m. really. Like usually me and my friends, we get home at like last week I got home at 8:30 a.m. I don't know,
Insane.
we gain more energy when we're together sometimes, I feel like.
Okay.
I don't because you know how like some people like their social battery, I don't know, sometimes when they're around people they have a certain amount and it goes down as the
Okay.
day
Yeah,
goes.
yeah,
With me and my
absolutely right.
friends, for some reason, ours is like it goes up the more we're together. It's the weirdest thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
You can build off each other. Damn, till 8:30?
We'll be like, "Hey, I'm going in the room, take a nap, I'll be back." We do, and we come back out, and it's just like everything's still continuing.
Wait, so how does that work? So like you're at like a party or you're over each other's houses and then one of you guys wants to tap out for a little bit, so you take like a
Mhm.
power nap or a cat nap and then you kind of, you know, jump right back in. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
taking a scheduled break if you would.
Basically, it's like we're on like when I wake up, they're on to the next segment. Okay, like now's the dancing segment, and now we're all dancing.
How many people are there at this little shindig? When you say, okay, we got home at 8, we're gonna go take naps. How many people are in this thing?
So usually it'll happen at Macho's house, my friend. And
Okay.
so there'll be like a gathering maybe of like 20 people or so, and then it dwindles down to like the core people, I guess. So it's like 8 of us.
That's
Yeah,
still a good amount of people.
it is. Some can go longer than others. I'm probably the one that usually falls asleep first. As we were talking about, I
Really?
usually fall asleep everywhere. Yeah.
You're the first one to nap first, or you're the first one to like, it's over. I'm done for the day. Because remember the last time I hung out with you, when you were kicking us out of your place, you look wide as fuck awake. I was like, holy shit, this girl can keep on going for real.
I know. I feel bad now that you said that that you were almost died of exhaustion. I'm like, oh my god, what did we do?
Yeah. No, that's the for real truth. I've never I've never been so tired and so drained out of my life. I
Oh
mean, it
my
wasn't just
god,
you
we
guys.
sucked you dry.
Yeah. Hey, yo. But I actually was at the bar earlier before that. But even till then, like what day was that? Friday? So I must have worked in the morning too.
Oh, true.
So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. It wasn't a Saturday where I can preemptively nap like I did. It was a good time
Yeah,
yesterday, bro.
Friday's a hard one. Yes, it was a great time.
I had a good time. I think I was a little concerned because the bar was super crowded and it was literally like half the space compared to what I kind of wanted for everybody. So I've been to Raw Rhino. Raw Rhino is cool, but it is meant to be a speakeasy. It's not like a bar
Mhm.
that's meant to kind of like keep up with higher demand and like a lot of people. So that was
You
kind of like
did
the
it
big
though.
Because you're so popular and you had know so many people.
yeah, well, I'm glad that everyone was able to come out. I was pretty fucked up though. Like, yeah.
You said you were 10 drinks in when I saw you. I was like, oh my god, 10 drinks in.
Yeah.
For others, that would be like
Honestly, I don't think I've ever been 10 drinks in. The fuck type of bullshit is that? Like,
Really? You've never
probably,
been?
bro, my entire lifetime, I would probably think like the most I've ever drank is like 7, 8 drinks in. When I have a homie that tells me, oh yeah, I was like 14 drinks in, I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're bullshitting. I don't know what type of person can even do that. 14 drinks, 10 drinks?
You've been there for when I had
Yeah.
17. And you were
17.
okay. All right. So let me, okay, without sounding like I'm boastful. So 17 was like the limit of shots I had. Well, shots and drinks or whatever combination, and like my 22nd birthday, right?
Yeah.
2 years ago, I
Oh, I know
think I
big
broke
bar.
that limit and my head count was 22.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. I'm not saying that I didn't. There be some homeboys that I never see party, and they'd
Oh,
be
I
like,
definitely
"Yo,
threw up that
14
night though.
drinks." I'm like, hell no. But yeah, you look like you had 20 drinks. You were sweaty as fuck.
Well,
You
that was
were you
that
were
yeah, two
red as
years ago.
fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank God I
That's
didn't
that
look
Asian
like that
gene.
this year. I think thank God I looked more, I guess, present and less sweaty and I guess disgusting. So
No,
yeah.
you were pretty coherent too, actually. Like, even in the end, I was like, despite all the drinks you had, I felt like you were speaking coherently and having full on
Mm,
conversations.
Keeping a conversation with someone allows me to kind of zero in and bite off some of like the drunkenness. But the moment we started walking out of like Rah Rah Rhino, I started feeling like the alcohol like hit me even more. So it's like being in a conversation allows me to fight off the effects for a little bit, but then the moment that I stop like having my brain process things, my body starts like giving up. It's just like, hey, dude, we gotta
calm
tap
the
out
fuck
now.
down.
Yeah, you could see it. Like, you were speaking coherently, and all of a sudden, it would be like, and then you would slowly fade away. I'm like, Tom, stay with us.
Stay with me.
Stay with us. Don't go to the light.
While I was anticipating the event, I kept on thinking to myself, I have to tell Don not to drink too much. I felt like I needed to. And remember, I even texted you in the morning. I said, bro, don't get too drunk tonight. Hold this shit
Party
down, bitch.
pooper.
No, not that I didn't want to party pool, but it's like, I don't. Well, sometimes when you get so fucked up so early, you lose track of the day. So you lose those moments. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're so drunk, bro,
Oh,
you're
you want to
fucking gone up
remember.
there. You want to remember this is probably the biggest event that I've been to. Because come on now, like people are busy and shit. And like when you look at the guest list, it's like, all right, around almost 50 people. That's a lot of motherfuckers from different places. So I want Don to remember all of that shit. I hope you did.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like also kind of mixing and mingling a bunch of like different crowds together. I just wish I had a little bit more time to do so because I feel like I was jumping between different groups, and
Same, same.
You
yeah,
were
and it
you were
was
present.
again at some point it was becoming hazy. I was like, oh, the alcohol's kicking in.
Like, that's
Going
not my friend.
outside
I
for a
don't know that
smoke.
guy.
I like how the venue changed and we went to a smaller place. It felt a lot more intimate.
Well, Gabe,
Yeah.
you were there for Carousel, so I'm curious actually what your feedback is since you just literally said like you kind of like that it was a little bit more intimate.
You texted me and you said, "Oh my god!" And no, you called me. You didn't
Yeah, I
even text
did.
me back. You called the motherfucker back. I said, "What?" And then he goes, "Bro, the fucking carousel is closed for a private event. It's all fucked. We gotta find a place. Do you know a place?" And I said, "Bro, no, I don't. You gotta go call
No,
your
I
cousin or some shit. I
don't.
don't fucking know."
Yeah.
But you dealt with it. You picked
Yeah.
Rah Rah Rhino. I thought like, oh fuck, it's small as fuck in there. But hey, the night panned out beautifully. It was definitely intimate. I
Yeah.
was over there in the big room, over there by the bar, and even by that back private table by the
Yeah.
bathrooms. That was where the
Mhm.
tables shit was happening there, bro, for real, for real. But yo, it was all good. It was all good. We had fun.
I thought it was fun. Like, when I walked in, I thought it was a fun house at first. I was like, "Whoa!" A rope just hit me in the head. Like, where am I
Yeah.
going? And felt like there was some smoke coming out.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it though.
It's a fun area.
It's
Yeah.
a fun area. It was a big event and I think the what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that now that it's over, I now have the post-celebration blues on top of being
I
hungover,
knew it. I knew it.
on top
Told you,
of
alcohol's a
like
depressant.
on top of the presents. So yeah, you build up to such a big moment, and this is something that's happened before. Like, I don't know if you've gone through your version of this cuz, but like Gabe and I used to talk about this all the time when we were in college and we did find a lot, like the Filipino intercollegiate
Hmm.
networking and dialogue thing where
Present.
Fine weekend would be a weekend where we'd be going
Sino
out
ka?
to.
Something like that.
Nikki, did you ever go to Find?
Yeah, I went to some sort of gathering. Macho took me where like all the Filipino group crews from the college, they all
Oh,
meet
you went
up.
to I think like Outburst or something like that, or like one of like the
I
dance
think it was
competitions.
fine. And it
Really?
wasn't dance. It was like it was Poe, it was
College.
RA. Yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
all the college Filipino groups. I remember going, and then there was like hotel rooms because we were in someone's hotel
Oh, you
room.
definitely went to a
Yeah.
find. You definitely went to a find then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
Wonder if I
running
Yeah.
saw
trying to
you
hide
there.
alcohol.
Yep, you were there.
Probably.
You were
Yeah.
there for that.
You know John Jay. So John Jay, I was with
Yeah.
him then. He had the mohawk. I don't know. I feel like that's that times and era. If you remember John Jay in his mohawk
Oh,
era.
I feel like I
I
do.
wasn't there for John Jay's Mohawk era. I was there but a little bit before that. It wasn't all the way there
Okay.
yet. But in college, we never really talked too much. We were kind of doing our own thing.
Mm.
Do you remember where exactly you were? Like what state?
After there, we drove to Atlantic City. Is so
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like we must have been in Jersey.
Either Jersey or like Philadelphia or something
Or
that's
like,
like really
yeah.
close by.
Actually, I could probably find the pictures from Facebook pictures like
If
Oh
later.
you
my
want to take a
God,
look at it,
bro.
but
I'm gonna look. Imagine you're in the background. That would be
oh my
crazy.
god.
Yeah. That'd be so lit.
Serendipity.
That'd be so
It
lit.
was fate. We met each other at a different lifetime.
Right?
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, like every time we used to go to a find, like we'd be building up to these big moments. And then as soon as it's over and we are like headed back home or we get home, and you're kind of like hit with this whole post celebration blues. And
Yeah.
yeah, like it goes by in such a
Absolutely.
fast blink of an eye. And now I'm like, okay, well, there goes the celebration for 36. Now what? What's the next big thing to look
What are we
forward
gonna
to?
do? What are we gonna do?
No, more gatherings. That's what I
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah.
thinking. Like after yesterday, I was like, okay, we definitely, I feel like we have to put together a karaoke. I know we always talk about it, but a karaoke, maybe festivity, like for the holidays. I
Hmm.
was telling my friends about it. Maybe we should make it an actual event. Just
Okay.
something to look forward
Okay.
to.
What do you guys
Okay.
usually do? Is that how you do it or nah? Like, do you guys plan events like that?
I feel like I did that with another group of friends before. They rented a room and it was like a potluck. So everyone brought food and
Oh
drinks and
wow.
all that. And we all
Okay.
had Christmas gear on.
Oh lit.
So
That would
yeah,
be
don't get
dope.
the blues. Let's plan more stuff.
It's never over,
Whose birthday's
bitch.
coming
It's
up?
not done.
Whose
It's not
birthday?
done.
Jesus' birthday.
Uh, Jesus'
Jesus'
birthday,
birthday.
Thanksgiving. No, we do have a lot of things like to look forward to. I
You're going
guess
to the
like
Philippines, bro.
I know, I
Right?
know. Yeah,
True.
That's
there's a
dope.
lot going on as we
That's
progress towards the end
exciting.
of the year, and like I'm excited for that. I mean, again, I could be just really tired from all that's been happening, but
It's
I
fresh. It's
do.
fresh.
It's fresh, and
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully, like tomorrow morning after like I got a little bit more sleep in, I get to wake up feeling a lot more positive about all the things in the world. Which,
Oh,
by the way, I don't think we did the introduction. Welcome to the dual cast with your host, me, Gabe, and our latest addition to the podcast, Nikki.
let's go. Let's go. Let's
We just came
go.
off the heels off like a crazy weekend, which was really my birthday, and I got pretty plastered, and these two were there to help me through it. So yeah, but
Water
I'm
bearer.
happy, yeah, like happy to be
Big
here
celebrations.
and celebrate with everybody, and also be here with you guys. I do apologize that I'm a little kind of
You're not there? You look
low
fine.
energy. I am, but mainly just because I feel like I'm still just trying to fight like this hangover. But yeah, guys, how are y'all? What's new aside from my birthday weekend here?
That's good.
So
Everything's okay.
excited. Yeah, I feel like it's a good start to November, right? Like a lot of new things. Like you're 36 now.
Hmm.
Yes.
The podcast is taking off now because I'm here. What's
Yes.
up?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
dude. Honestly,
Ah,
we're glad to have you, and I think we've been looking for someone to fill in that role for like our dynamic and just complement us. And again, aside from being close with you growing up and having this new opportunity to grow with you, again, yeah, I feel like there are things you and I kind of share both like from our experiences, and we also have our own unique perspectives about that. So that's why I'm really glad to have you part of this journey of ours, you know.
Yes,
But
I
without getting too
agree.
sappy, what else is going on for the rest of the week for you guys?
For the rest of the week, for real, I'm going to use this day to prepare myself and be a butler for the rest of the week. I need to
A
have a
butler.
beautiful, because I know it's going to be bitchy. We just had a good weekend.
Hmm.
Obviously, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all those work days are just going to feel like shit. When you're looking forward to something, work actually kind of feels not so bad. Like, yo, I'm moving. The week is fucking going. But this week is going to be such a long
Girl.
fucking week. Regardless of that, it did make me think of one thing. Since we have Nikki now, I feel like I'm kind of different in
Hmm.
the podcast. Doesn't it feel a little different for you, Don?
Does
Like
it?
when it was just, yeah, when it's just Don and I almost have no reservations. I know that sounds a little bit fucked up, but what do you mean? Like, okay, ever since Nikki's here, you now have reservations? What's the
Don, step
deal?
aside.
Yeah,
My
but sometimes
boy.
you gotta be careful with some shit. I have to, what I'm gonna be looking forward to week after week till the end of the year and going forward for real
Hmm.
is getting to know you better and be able to communicate better between all of us. So it almost feels like we're starting a new podcast. And don't get me wrong, before we move all the way over there, dude, making the decision was actually really, really hard. It wasn't
Oh
an
yeah,
easy
I
decision.
won't even like. Again, we've had 5 excellent guests on our podcast, and kind of choosing between the two based off availability and just like our conversation dynamic. Uh, this would be like the first time I felt like I was kind of interviewing for a role, and it was
It
tough. It
kind of
wasn't like,
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, even me, like when I was watching the other guests, I even told you guys, I was like, wow, I felt like you guys had a lot in common. You know what I mean? Like you guys talked about things
Mm,
that I didn't even know about, like what you guys were talking about, like the K-pop stuff or like Comic-Con. Even me myself, I was like, maybe I wouldn't be a good fit because maybe, we don't have that much in common. But I guess there's a lot of different factors as to why our dynamic would work
absolutely.
out. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
you're the other guests that you have. I mean, a lot of interesting stuff that I heard.
Well, I think that's the beauty of it, right? Like whenever we have all these different guests from like different walks of life, I mean, I feel like there are things that we could all bond over and talk about. And it doesn't have to be like all the same like interests. And I think that's the beauty of it. So yeah, like again, any other guest that, would be on our podcast, I'm always looking forward to having a very different type of conversation compared to how like we would with you or with other people. And as we, I guess, progress that forward and have more guests on like this podcast, it's cool to see how this like dynamic will change and the type of conversations we're going to be having, you know. So,
Yeah, we could learn a lot from other people
oh yeah,
probably,
yeah. I think that's
you
the
know?
again, that's the beauty of it. And I enjoy having very varied conversations with like all my friends and loved ones. I don't expect us to be talking about the same like topics all the time. I mean, it'd be cool to be nerdy, to talk about emo stuff, to talk about R&B, hip hop, and just all the things that kind of drive us and inspire us. But like I said, I'm looking forward to see where the conversation takes us.
I think something similar that we do have, which I feel like I did notice. I remember there was like a moment yesterday when us three were kind of talking a little bit.
Hmm.
I feel like, and I think I mentioned this, I feel like we do have a similar depth though. Like when it comes to talking about certain things, I mean, there's been times I've talked to certain people, but it just doesn't go below that level. It's just
Hmm.
kind of like surface level or whatever. But with you guys, I feel like we can kind of talk about things like on a deeper level, which it won't always get that way. Obviously, we're not trying to like bum everyone out all the time, but I think I appreciate that.
No, I get you. I'm glad that we have the ability to kind of riff off each other in a way that's we can be teasing, we can be playful, and at the same time dive into our deeper emotions, the things that I sometimes don't like to share with people, you know, immediately because I'm still just trying to process that myself. So even last night, I mean, I was pretty fucked up, but I was also glad that talking to you felt both cathartic and a way to keep me sober.
Hold
You
it
know?
down.
I was trying to hold it down. Like as soon as I came out of the bathroom, because you recommended for me to kind of just get it out of my system. As soon as
We
I came
thought you
back,
were
I'm
gonna
like,
throw up. We saw you run to the bathroom, bro, and we're like, oh shit, that's the
I was like, you
throw
need
up
to go
walk.
right now.
That's
I
the
was like, at
walk
least
that
if you're
you
gonna,
have.
yeah,
no, no, no.
go
God.
to
I
the
know how to
boy.
keep myself composed. The last thing I'm trying to do is ever be a burden for people. I think to myself all the time that I don't want to be a burden for anyone.
No,
So
I get it. I get it.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to do it all the time, but when it's your birthday, I mean, I would never consider it you a burden. But there was a time that I saw, I think me and Macho saw you do it. Someone got you a shot and it looked harsh because the shots are always harsh.
Yes.
I just tasted it on its like watching you, and then you chased it with a dirty martini. I was like, oh my God, can you
Oh,
please take
Oh
my rum and
my
pineapple?
god.
Like, that can't be good. Drink my rum and pineapple.
Oh my
Chase it
god. No,
down.
yeah.
Do you
So
remember that?
yes, I do remember that because the one who gave me a fucking dirty martini was John. And everyone who's buying me drinks last night, were asking me, "Oh, what do you want? Are you like tequila? You want this cocktail?" And my usual way of going about it is I say dealer's choice. And that's a problem because John is a sinister, motherfucker, and I love him dearly. But, you know, as soon as I said that to him, he's like, dealer's choice? Okay. He gets a dirty martini from me. He's just like, this is why you don't say dealer's choice. And I took a sip of that and my soul left my body. My soul left my body. But I had to nurse that for a bit. And then I think shortly afterward, I think it might have been like my friend Nick who got me a shot. And then I still had said dirty martini and
Yeah, you did.
and you caught me. And luckily you caught me because I'm basically staggering. I'm like, save me, God, save me.
I just tasted it myself watching you, and I was like, okay, I can't watch this anymore, please.
Oh no. Oh god. Yeah. Thank you for giving me like a sip of your stuff because what was it? A pineapple
And rum. I mean, it still had alcohol in
rum
it.
and
But I
pineapple.
was
Well,
like,
yeah. I mean, at least that was a lot more palatable than just having alcohol chased with like pure alcohol. Like that dirty martini
yeah.
was not like,
Like olive and all, I was like, that's gotta be salty and
yeah.
briny.
Yeah, I think the only thing about last night that I wish I could have done a little bit more was maybe hold out a bit longer and take it to like a different location. Like I think a part of myself kind of want to see if I could push out for karaoke. 1:30, 2 o'clock, my body was like, yo, dude,
giving out on you, bro.
it was giving
And you
out on
started
me.
early, right? Like at 8?
You started at 8. So I think if I'd started a bit at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I think we could easily push it out for like something else.
Oh, well, it gives us something to do next time.
We'll save that. We'll save the karaoke thing, because that is something that I want to do with you this year. And we'll pull a bunch
I
of
want to
people.
sing
Actually,
all the songs that we grew up. Like, I want to hear you sing Backstreet Boys.
He
oh,
always
okay.
sings Backstreet Boys. Every time we go to
But that's what I'm
karaoke,
saying.
Don, that's his go-to. Even if he's not there, and then Backstreet Boys comes on, someone will have to mention, "Oh my God, this is Don's song." Like, and he's not even here. Like, what the
I
fuck?
feel like you are an honorary BSB because you had all the albums. So I feel like you are.
I go to BSB because their ballads I think are easier to sing, and I think less. Well, yeah, I think they're
Easily recognizable.
easily recognizable. It's weird because for a period of time I used to like NSYNC more than Backstreet Boys. I think now it's pretty even keel because I don't think you could really kind of lump them quite the same way. Like each of their albums was kind of different from each other. But
Mhm.
that said, like, All I Have to Give, everything from like their first album, I was like a big fan of. And it's also a good album that I could sing with Gabe because I think Gabe, you also sing really well with that too. So
Yeah,
that
it's
album's
whatever.
pretty malleable.
So
Yeah.
humble. It's whatever. I mean,
No,
I make them
honestly,
cry a little when I sing.
it makes me think about it because when you mentioned NSYNC, right? I know NSYNC has Bye 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 and all that bullshit, but come on now. When you have gone to a karaoke joint, do you really hear NSYNC songs being requested as compared to Backstreet Boy songs? Come on, right?
Fair.
I
Yeah.
don't think a lot of people can do NSYNC songs that well.
You're absolutely right. I just think that there's something about the Backstreet Boys' discography that makes it a little bit easier for you to jump to because there's multiple songs there that
Do
are
you feel like
good karaoke
Backstreet
songs.
Boys songs are more of a swooner? Like type of song compared to NSYNC. This is actually more
Yeah,
of like a
absolutely.
I think
Yes,
AJ
absolutely.
did it because I think he added that soul. I mean, JC was the soul of NSYNC,
yeah.
but something about Backstreet Boys, I think if you close your eyes and you didn't know what they look like you wouldn't really know if they were like a Caucasian band or whatever. They just had a lot of soul and definitely good for belting and getting on
No,
your
yeah.
knees, you know?
They're just fun songs to sing.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
Break Your Heart.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too.
I think that's the one, my favorite from
I'll
them.
Never Break Your Heart. As Long as You Love Me, I think is another one that's very popular. A good song that I think we could even try singing is God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You.
Oh man, it's definitely been done before, baby.
Such beautiful
I think Jeff has requested
song.
that. My brother has requested that.
Really?
We didn't
Really?
think that we were actually going to do karaoke as much as we did this year. You know, when I think of how I believe my life was going to play out compared to how it is actually playing out, I would have thought that as I've gotten older, you know, oh, less karaoke year after year. But for whatever reason, it is like rising in tide or some shit. Like karaoke is like, I, bro, how many times have we done karaoke this fucking year alone? Plus 8? That's a lot.
Like, I know I said it's my favorite pastime, but it's just I almost wish it was the word karaoke was a part of my like handle. It's just such a fun, healing, like expressive time. And
You're
I
right.
have karaoke at home. So anytime that feeling comes, turn it right on.
You karaoke alone too.
Yes.
That's a difference.
Cause something about hearing yourself with the reverb,
Mhm.
you know, like you feel different when you sing in a mic and you hear yourself back. You actually allow yourself to feel the song and go for the riffs. It just,
It does, yeah. It kind of makes you like
right?
forced to go into that situation because you're already there. You can already hear yourself,
Yeah.
and like you kind of believe it more. So then you just go for it.
That's what I'm saying. You believe it. Like whatever you hear yourself singing in your head when you listen to music, when you're on the mic and you hear yourself, you can actually express that and replay that.
Nikki, when was the first time you've ever sung? Like, when did you know that you could sing? Because I didn't know that I could sing like my entire life. But when did you know that you could
You
sing?
didn't know? Oh,
No,
wow.
no. Yeah. I learned when I was in high school when the theater teacher pulled me out of nowhere and was like, "Hey, I got to ask you like a question." Like just what and she made me watch this video of this like Broadway dude singing or whatever. He's like, "Do you think you can hit that note?" Okay. And I just tried it and then all of a sudden like from there like she changed my life completely. Like I sent her an email a couple of years ago on her birthday saying that how thankful I was that how she changed my life. You know, when did you start singing?
So ever since I was little, so my dad plays the piano
Yeah.
and he plays by ear. So ever since I was little, he would be playing on the piano and he would just play the songs that I would hear on the radio, like Whitney Houston, you know,
That's so
Mariah.
cute.
I would just keep singing to the point that I don't know if that trained me how to sing and hear notes or if it kind of just runs in the family a little bit. But growing up, like my mom would always have me sing for parties, you know, to the point where they get mad at you if you're not going to do it.
Wow. All the
I do
way.
remember that. I do remember that.
Like they get so mad at you and you're like, because what we were talking about this, right, Gabe? We want to be humble. We don't want to just be all out there as like, yes, I can sing, listen to me roar. Like we're trying
Yes.
to
It's
be,
like, yeah.
I pass the mic, I share the mic. I'm not a mic hog.
But for whatever reason, they still think we are. And it doesn't even matter. They still think that we're Mike Hogs or whatever. I don't know what the
The
fuck. Maybe it's just
haters.
like, yeah, like I never try. I remember I went to one of my friends' Filipino parties, like probably like a year or two ago, and my parents were getting pissed off at me that I wasn't singing. And I fucking will, okay? But it just has to be right.
Yeah.
Being the first one is not a good look.
Exactly. Like we said, we're trying to read the room. Our parents are not reading the room, you
Exactly.
know.
That's like perfect. The perfect explanation to why they don't give a shit about it. But no, we know that the situation's not right now. Like even yesterday,
Mhm.
right? We could have been standing dancing. What did we say? No, the coolest kids sitting and
Yeah.
dancing. That was
Sitting
us.
and
That was the
dancing.
moment.
It was also lazy dancing, not gonna lie. Although
Yeah.
I do wish that they had more line dancing. When September came on and I saw you guys dancing, I was ready to go, but then they switched it up real fast. I was like,
E
oh,
well, I think he was just playing September because September is a pretty malleable song. But yeah,
yeah,
like if there was like a real Filipino party, you would have seen like a follow up with like Toro Toro or Electric Slide and everything. But that's one of those things
yeah.
where again, Mike, Mel, and I are like,
That's
what
their
like as
thing. That's
soon
what they
as
do.
that like these songs go on like the dance floor, if any one of
Mhm.
them are, like, in the room with me, I have no problems, like, just jumping into the dance floor. So, when I first met Mike, Mike did line dancing every Friday at St. Nicholas of Tolentine on, like, Union
Oh yes,
Turnpike.
they do have. Mhm.
Yeah, and so I don't think I would probably say, like, I practically begged him, like, "Dude, could you teach me? Like, I will go, like, every Friday just to learn." No, like, it's serious. It's like it was something for me that I needed to rectify, but it also was, like, a place
Good
for
for
me to hang
you.
out and, like, be, like, in a safe space, around, like, friends and,
I'm
family.
surprised I
So
didn't see you there because I went there growing up also, like every week, once a week, right?
I've definitely gone once before too.
like, I think the very first time I went there was, like, what, 2005, 2006, but, yeah, like, I think everyone else was, like
Oh, that was significantly earlier.
yeah,
Okay.
like,
Oh, that's
so
high
I
school.
was yeah, that was, like,
Yeah.
high school era. I would be learning how to line dance and because I went there so often, most of the titos and titas like, "Oh, you don't have to pay the fee, like, you come here all the time, and you're, like, not a kid that's, like, starting any trouble." And yeah, it became this thing with me and Mike and Mel that yeah, whenever line dancing comes on at any party, like even if it's just us two, right? We'll like Mike and I, we'll still lead the dance floor. And my friend's wedding, yeah, Mike and I were basically the dance instructors for the entire deal. So
Yes.
I guess to round out that whole story with Terrace in the Park, so um, it was actually Mel's wedding, and it was at Terrace at the park. Yeah, Terrace in the park. And so for me, I was like, all right, it's been what 18 years later. I'm here to make up for like
Rectify.
rectify it. I'm here to reclaim this moment for myself, and it was great. Yeah, it was awesome.
The only thing that sucks is like when you're doing a line dance and
Mhm.
then you're trying to figure it out and all of a sudden everyone turns around and you're in the front now. You're like, "No, nobody watch me. No. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know what I'm
no, dude. So
doing."
I am not bold enough to do it like solo. Like as long as Mike or Mel are in like the room with me, I'm happy to do it. But if I were to kind of like, I'm not.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm
You're not
not
gonna be the first
remote.
one up if it's just you.
Ah, nah, dude. Like, and there are parties where I'll see Filipinos like dancing and or not dancing like the line dance itself, and I want to jump in, but I'm not like I don't have that ego. I'm like, oh, let me show everybody what's up right now. Like, I need like a partner to at least kind of bounce off of, and at least I'll feel like
Mhm.
as a match set, we look good, and therefore people will want to like kind of follow too. Also,
Yeah, you always need that partner.
Those line dancing meetups back in the day, that's where the biddies were at. You know what I'm talking about? Was was there any
Oh
biddies
yeah, I
over
remember
there?
them
Like
videos.
where like that's where the kids hung out. So I was like, as an
Mhm.
Asian Filipino person, that was like a place where you got to meet a lot of like people in your life for real. It's kind of crazy,
Good,
right?
wholesome, clean fun. Like they're there with their
Yeah, yeah.
parents. Maybe you meet and you're like, "Oh, our parents know each other." Like that literally happens every day all the time with Filipinos.
Oh my God, thinking about it now, one couple that I know ended up getting married and they met.
From there?
Yeah, they spent a lot of time there. I remember like he would come over there to hang out with my homegirl's friends and I was there and all of a sudden it's like, "Oh my God, that's Jason." Right? Like Jason and Nan. Jason would go over
Oh
there to Tolentine and shit, whatever fucking church it was, and it would be different churches all over the place. And that's where
yeah.
we got cool and they're like married now.
That's kind of like that old school love almost when you would like
Yeah.
go to a family
Yeah.
party. Well, hopefully not family, but you would see, and you would see family friends party and then you'd see them. And yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, the
People don't be
wholesome.
like that anymore.
Yeah. No, it's not. That shit sucks.
I mean, you never know. You could meet the love of your life online. That could happen too, right?
No, absolutely.
Every
I'm not saying it can't. 100%.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
there is something nice about meeting someone like the old classic way, like at like a
yeah.
party or like
Yeah.
friend of a friend. In my head, knowing line dancing was kind of like a Riz thing. It's just like, oh, like I could kind of show someone like, oh, I have like good movement like in my hips, and I could even lead them also. And it's funny because like there's a friend of mine who like we know how to do partner toro toro. Whenever I see her, because this always happens between like both of us, where it's like as soon as like one of us is doing like a line dance, we'll either mirror each other or again just like do this whole like counterpart version of it versus me just simply doing the standard move
It's the
set.
body
So
to body toro toro toro. That's the one to talk about.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. It's kind of hot. I'm just like, oh, look what I could do. Like I know toro toro, but do you know like what it means to be like partner toro toro? I don't know. Just that's like my
Oh,
shtick.
I've never seen that.
I think the only thing that needs to be done is like learning how to like use your hand movements, but it's pretty much kind of the same thing as like a partner September, where like you're kind of
Mm,
doing the same moves, but like in a mirror way versus like exactly their same moves. So,
okay, I'm
but
imagining it.
yeah, next time we hang out, I'll show you like the partner toro toro and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's bring line dancing back.
Hey,
Bring it
it's
back.
something I really enjoy, and I would like to think that like my future girlfriend would know all the line dances that like I know and love.
You're gonna be behind her, holding her, like, this is how you do it. No, this is how you do it.
Whoever I go out with, I'm gonna make her like really good with it, like make her like a complete pro. So,
Who you talking about? Your daughter or some shit?
oh no, like my girlfriend, yeah, like
Oh, okay, okay. I was like,
yeah,
who?
The
no,
love of his
like my
life.
my son and my daughter, like I'm gonna make them good. I'm gonna make them like a machine when it comes to line dancing. Like no one can stop them.
They're gonna be crying like, I don't want to do it right now. Read
You will be good.
the
You must fight the trauma. I'm trying to save you the shame.
room. Yeah, we gotta keep the traditions going. I don't know how things are like for the following generation because we are considered first generations, right? Because we're the first ones born here in the
Yeah.
States.
Mhm.
Do if we, are continuing lineage, do they lose what we grew up with almost? Like, the family parties and the dancing at the like they don't really have those Filipino parties anymore where they have it in a restaurant and they have it
Mm,
downstairs and they would rent the whole
mm.
restaurant and they
Oh
we don't
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're not raised by like a village anymore the same way. I'm assuming for the continuing lineage. I just wonder how they would be compared to how we grew up.
Weren't you just at like a 90-year-old birthday party, Filipino-esque, like you were singing there? There's mad kids,
Oh,
it looks
yes.
like. So they
Yes.
still do have
Mhm.
it, right? Even if it's less in frequency.
Yes, my friend, he's very good at that though. He's very good at getting people together and throwing parties, but very much so. When we were there, we really kept just saying, wow, this is really nostalgic. We're the titas now. It was a straight
Yeah,
up Filipino party. It was like chaotic. It was
it
everything.
looked like
It
it.
was, yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. So we'd probably have to actively continue to do that, which I would.
It makes me sad now. Like I don't
Yeah.
even know the last time I've actually been to a Filipino party. I don't know. I just don't get invited to it. I don't know what the fuck, son. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Well, if you're asking what does it entail, I would think one, a restaurant with a basement or like
mm,
a party room of some sort with a dance floor.
Like a full
That's
dance floor.
essential.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be
maybe a
wooden or
lechon. You
something.
know what I'm saying? The lechon is there
Yes.
active, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god.
Definitely
This
a full on
this takes it
lechon.
back because like PFV, I think was the name of like Philippine Fiesta Village was like one of the places that is well known in my head for like again having that big dance floor kind of like in a basement area. But again, like the full complete setup for a Filipino party and to fit again a lechon, all the titos and titas who are taking pictures of each other. And then, yeah, as soon as the music comes on, boosh, the floor is big enough for everyone to start dancing.
It would have to be a family DJ.
I don't, not to sound cruel. I think we're our DJs are a lot better. I feel like our generation grew up with such an eclectic collection of music, and we actually know
Mhm.
how to mix things now. So I feel like there's going to be kind of an evolution of that, like Tito Boy DJ, if you would.
Have you ever seen the movie Debut? with Dante
Yes.
Basco. It's like that. It's like that. Like I think it was like they had a
Yes.
debut in like a school basement. They had the ghetto guys outside playing basketball and shit. Yo, I remember that's
Yeah.
some crazy shit.
That's exactly how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you started, I think, experimenting with alcohol. People would bring some clear water in like a
Yeah.
water bottle and pass it around under the table.
Oh my
Did
god.
That's cool.
you have a sister, right, Gabe?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Did she have a debut?
No, she did not. She just never wanted one. I know that if she did want one, she would get one, but she just never
Hmm.
wanted one. I don't know. I have to ask her. I have to ask her. But have you ever had a debut?
No, no,
Really? I
I
would think
didn't.
that you would have one.
Very much not, actually. And I think people
Really?
who knew my family knew that I wouldn't have had one. It's just I didn't grow up that way, really.
Now I'm trying to remember this.
Right? It's all a blur now. I was
Oh
forgotten on
god.
my birthdays. No, I'm kidding. I always did something
Oh
fun.
no.
Like the movie Sweet 16. Well, Don Don came over. Don, sorry. Am I allowed to say Don Don?
No. That's fine. Actually, if anything, because you can brief them in on why you call me Don Don also.
Because two Dons are better than one. I mean, hello. Macho calls you Don Don too. He knows you as
I
Don
know,
Don. And so
yeah,
does
all
Marielle.
right.
All my friends
So
know you as Don Don.
yeah, no, I think that's something from like childhood where like again, a lot of Filipinos would kind of like again say like Ling Ling or Mon
Mm.
Mon or and Don Don's like an easy one, right? So that was like kind of like my childhood nickname. So if you've known me for X amount of years and call me Don Don, it's usually because like I've known you since I was like a kid.
Don Don.
Yeah. So I would
I didn't
only
know people dropped the second
yeah,
one.
I feel like I only allow a handful of people to call me Don Don. It's not that I hate being called Don Don. I just feel like it's something that has to be either earned through time or something where
Oh.
so for those who've known me that long or who've known me since I was a kid, they have full permission to do so. If we're like a new friend now who were to call me Don Don, I'd probably be cringing at that. I'd be like, no, you don't have that. You don't have like the pass for that right now.
I only known Don Don before the dawn. You know, we're just rekindling our our
Yeah.
cousinship right now.
Yeah.
There's so much I
She
need
doesn't
to
know who
learn,
Don is.
Don. There's so
Yeah.
many things I need to
Oh.
This is a
know.
new man.
Yeah, seriously, there's so much that I'm like, who is this guy? He's too
Oh.
cool for school.
Oh no. I refuse to say that I'm too school for cool. I feel like I am very much still the nerdy, geeky kid. Loves a lot of different like hobbies and toys. And again, I feel like it's just kind of evolved. Like you saw me playing with Transformers and all that stuff. Now I play with expensive cameras. I didn't really grow up in that sense. I think I'm just a lot more comfortable with myself and a lot more confident in that vein. So slight changes, but I don't think I've
Still
really
the
changed
same
that
Don
much.
Don.
Still the same Don Don. I feel like that's the core of me, and being built with like all the other things that you see about me now.
Don Don has always been smart and techie and into a lot of hobbies. I think that's the Don Don that I know. I mean, the more I say Don Don, the more annoying. I mean, weirder it sounds. I'm just like Don 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 Don.
No, it's cool. No, like I said, I if you like you, I have no like problem like calling me Don Don. Other people though, like I said, if someone off the street now, like who's only known me for you, be like, hey Don Don, I'd be like, ugh,
Back
ugh.
up. Back up.
You don't have like the
You don't
authorization
know
yet,
me.
kid. Yeah.
Right? But like you said, it is a Filipino thing with the doubling of the names, Don Don. I don't know, do they call you Gabe Gabe or
Never
Did
that.
you have a
Never
nickname, Gabe?
that.
You have a
Yeah, you have a
nickname of any
nickname?
sort?
I'm gonna. Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Growing up, my grandma used to call me Gambit. That's it.
Like Gambit? Like X-Men?
No, not like that. Not exactly that. But it's very. It has a, I guess, a Filipino accent on it.
What does it mean?
Same thing. It's just my name. That's what they called me.
Oh, I get it. It's kinda like how
It's like a
Jeff
very
is
shortened version of Gabriel, I guess.
say it again,
Oh.
Gambe?
Yeah.
Gambit.
Gambe.
Gambit.
Yeah, it's
Gambit.
weird coming from me, but because that's
Okay.
what they will call me.
Well,
Yeah.
also they would call Jeff like a
Yeah.
Jeprox, for example, right?
They used to call him Jeppy back in the day.
Jeppy.
I was like,
Jeppy.
young boy, yeah, young boy Jeff.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So it's like a whatever thing. It's almost I'm embarrassed.
Why?
It
Don't
feels
be.
cringy.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's just like the innocent child in us that was not comfortable with like anything. We just felt so awkward all the time.
If you're talking about names, I let people call me Gabe for a very, very long time. It never bothered me. Gabe, 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 whatever. Even till this day, like if you know me, you'll call me Gabe. I would say a good year or two ago, I decided that whenever I was meeting someone, I was not going to say Gabe or whatnot. I had to accept Gabriel. Like I was putting my foot down. Like that is my name. That's the name that you're going to call me. And, honestly, they get close to me and it goes to Gabe. But I don't know. There was like a conscious decision in my head where
Which
I didn't want to be called Don Don no more. I want to be called Don. Let's go. That's what I'm
you're
saying.
like taking on a new identity kind of
A
ish or
little bit,
shedding like your
yeah.
old
Like,
self.
yeah. Like I'm being more confident. It feels like I'm more confident, like I'm owning my name completely. It's not a shortened version of it. It's not like a, bullshit version of it. It's my name. That's it. Like you're gonna accept me. Like that was like really big into like, personality and whatnot. So yeah.
I get
You
it.
could still do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
could
still
still.
always introduce myself as Gabriel.
What if they're like Gabriel?
Gabriel.
That's a whole other issue.
No, but I get it. Like Gabriel, I think has I don't know, even just how it rolls off the tongue, there's a certain presence to the full name of it, right? So I get it. I like to think my easygoing personality and all like the things that come with it, but I also want people to kind of see me for a little more than that, like as just no longer Don Don in the kid sense, but just Don. Like, he's a grown up and he hasn't figured it all out yet, but he's pretty certain of himself what he wants to do and how he wants to go about it. So I can relate in that sense of how I feel like I want myself to be presented.
I look at myself right now in this camera and I'm like, damn, I look a little too young. I don't know. I don't like it. It feels
You don't want to
weird.
look young?
Not that I don't want to look young, but it feels a little off-putting. I don't know. The lighting today is immaculate. I don't know what the fuck. But ladies and gentlemen, it has come
Glowing.
to the point of the show where you guys DM us your questions on Instagram, the question of the week. Nikki, Don, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
All right. Hey guys, I've always heard people say that honesty is the foundation of a real relationship, a real friendship. What about when the truth actually hurts? I have a friend who's making choices I don't think that they're good for them, and I feel a little torn. Part of me wants to speak up, but the other part wonders if saying anything will just create drama. Here's my question. Do I tell the truth even if it hurts, or should I stay quiet and keep the peace?
Hmm.
That's not a hard one for me.
Yeah,
It's not a hard one. Okay.
I don't think it's a hard one for me either, although having felt like I've played kind of both sides. I would be honest. Like, whether or not they accept my advice, I think is a different thing altogether. But being honest with them, I think, is the most important thing. Like, you have to be able to tell them, "Hey, dude, like, I think this is a bad idea." Like, if you feel like you have to do this whole like, oh, stepping around like crushed eggshells
Mm.
feeling, then you got problems. You can't actually have like you can't be real with that person. And without sounding cheesy, but if you can't be real with this person, then is your friendship really worth anything? I think that's something I think about. Like, I have to be willing to be honest with them. And whether or not they listen to my advice because they feel it reflects them or not is a different story. But you can't be afraid to call people out on things. And I've been willing to do that all the time with anyone I care about. And even if it means potentially like putting our friendship or relationship at risk, you know, it's just going to build up into something worse. I just think that's important.
I think it also depends on like the depth of your friendship and how close you are because obviously if you don't really care about the outcome because your friendship is somewhat on a superficial level or then I guess you wouldn't call it friendship then you're obviously not going to say anything because it doesn't matter that much what they do with their life. But if it is something where you always want to see the best outcome for that person because you care about them, um, then you have to say something. And like you said, whether or not they take your advice, that's a different story. I would rely on someone to tell me also if they felt like I was doing something that would lead me down the wrong path, because you need a reality check and you might not have that for yourself. So you need people to keep you accountable.
It makes me think, man, I lived a lot of life. I I know that sounds just like a stupid thing to say, but I think very sometimes strategically, should you tell the truth or should you keep quiet? And there's a lot of things that could come out from that. I know that if I kept quiet more, would I have more friends? I think so. But I'm the type of person who doesn't keep quiet more. I like to bring up things and help you if I think that you could be guided in a way that is beneficial for you. And I'm going to stick to your question. It says, I've always heard people say that honesty is the foundation of a real friendship. Okay. It's not saying of friendship, it's saying a real friendship. If you're asking for a real friendship, then you cannot stay quiet. You do have to say these things. There is a limit of saying and being fucking annoying. Yes, you'll have to gauge that out. But if you're looking for a real, true friendship, you do have to tell them. You're going to piss off some people and they're not going to want to hear your pressure or feel your pressure that you're putting on them. But, maybe that's just not a good friend for you. And that's okay. But if you're talking about holding real friendships, having real people for you, then yes, you cannot stay quiet. Am I wrong?
Oh,
No.
like
Or am I being annoying? That sounds like, no, this is the
No, but
motherfucker.
I get what you're saying when it comes to somewhat of a balance. Just based on my experience
Mm,
before, my best friends will tell you that I was a very hard person, and I felt like as the years went by, I tried to be a little bit more mindful about sounding like I was calling you out on all your shit
of
and
course,
making
yes.
you
yeah,
feel
yeah.
bad for it, because it is easy to call those things out when someone is literally just acting in a way because it comes natural to them, right? Say they choose the wrong guy because they just want love and you're just here pointing at them like you're weak, you're doing all whatever. Like, is that really the
Yes.
right way to approach it? Is that really the truth? There's
No.
ways to go about it that is the truth but not harmful. So my friends will tell you that, well, I tell my friends this, like, hey, I didn't say anything harsher before this because I'm trying to be understanding, but this is how I
Yes.
feel. And I think that's a fair kind of balance in telling the truth to maintain a real friendship.
If you're looking for a real friendship, yes, tell them the truth. But honestly, it'll be up to you to decide what those things that you bring up are. Because not, when I think about it, is yes, I will bring shit up, but I'm not going to bring everything up. Like there are certain things where I'm just like, okay, whatever, whatever. It's okay. That doesn't even matter. It's not even worth it. But big things. I think of one where I cannot even say it on the podcast. It has infidelity latched onto it, if I may say. And there's a lot of motherfuckers out there with infidelity. So come on now. Yes.
True.
It one of those times where we could have guided said person to do different? Absolutely. And that was probably one of the first situations where I had to question myself on, okay, am I a little too lax? Am I a little too much? And I have to re-gauge whatever that thing that we're talking about is. So yeah.
No, I mean, that makes sense, Gabe. When it comes down to these type of situations, I don't like to judge without trying to get as much information as possible.
Mm,
In the same way, because I think I used to be not really critical, but I always felt like I need to say something with certain people, be like, oh, what, I observe something and feel compelled to want to say something with their interests directly in mind and their best interests directly in mind, but not also understanding that there's other things going into it. Like there's certain parts of the story that I don't understand or know.
mm.
And you could want the best in people, but you may not know every little detail that's involved. And so I don't like to always kind of jump in unless I'm absolutely certain like this person's like, okay, we're like the Titanic and we're about to hit an iceberg here and we need to like address that, right away. But I have to be understanding that whatever people go through is not the same experience as mine. And all I could do is, share my experiences in hopes that it gives them context to theirs.
It's a tough question to answer because, like, you don't really know what the situation is, number one. So we can't go off, but like, sometimes, like Nikki brings up, okay, said person is going out with somebody that's not good for them. Sometimes they need to go through that, you know? So is it
Yeah,
really worth it to say something about that and risk your friendship and have them be like, oh, you're not supportive of me. You don't like the people that I like. What the fuck is that? Shit can come out like that. Like, it's
yeah,
a tough one to actually answer. It's a trickier one than normal.
You might even find that sometimes you actually put yourself in danger. And I
Mm.
can say that from personal experience by even trying to help, where it's like, I guess you shouldn't say anything. Maybe you shouldn't have said anything. I actually also realized that not too long ago. You try to bring something to the light and you end up getting burned.
I have a friend, I have a brother I would consider someone who would actually, who what I would put on my groomsmen list, who I really wasn't agreeing with the decisions he was making in terms of his life. And, you know, in my head, I wasn't being nagging. I mean, not nagging about it. Like, I wasn't being um not understanding of it. He should have been doing something. Like, it's clear as day. He should have been doing something. Okay. So it was fair enough for me to bring this up to him, but I purposely just didn't. Like, I'm sure he gets it from someone else, maybe his parents, maybe his cousin, and he probably gets it more from himself than he needs. So, like, when I hung out with him, when I was on calls with him, I would never bring it up because, you know, he wants me to be the friend who just doesn't care about that. Like, he's the guy that he's going to spend time with me because he knows that I'm not going to say shit. Who cares? Like, Gabe is not fucking judging me. So, in that sense, you're also being a good friend.
it's a like tight act to kind of like balance because again, being supportive while also like not being judgmental is it's difficult. Like how do you stay supportive without also coming off like you're dictating their life, right?
Or that you think that you're better because you have all the answers, apparently, you know?
Mm,
It,
mm.
yeah, you bring up something that I've even thought about too. Like I would come across like as if I knew everything and as someone who is like
It's not a good feeling.
it's not a good feeling, especially when they think that you're just like, "Oh, you're a know-it-all now." Like, you know everything, like, how it's gonna play out, and all you're trying to do is just stop them from literally doing something that they may regret. And y you kinda have to let people also, like, just walk that path. Like, sometimes they have to learn the hard way, and coming from my experience, I've had to learn the hard way, and as much as it sucks, I feel like I actually grew the most from it. So, it's just in the interest of the person, how much suffering must they go through for them to fully learn? And you want them to yeah,
You
right?
know, it's like you feel and you know that they could do better, in their decisions and will lead to a better life and outcome and happiness, and that's why I think we're driven to say something because you just know that the situation could be better just by choices that are being made.
Yeah.
But I also think that if they are your real friend and they know that you're their real friend and they know that you're coming from a good place, no matter
Mm,
how
mm,
truthful you get, they always appreciate it. Like
yes. Yes.
there's still an underlying, like, I know you love me, I know you care. I appreciate you. I'm going to go through this and I know you'll be there at the end. Just
Yeah.
even that, it's kind of like, okay, I said my piece. You understand? And those are the real ones.
Friendship is a two-way street.
Yep.
It takes a good friend to receive that and be like, I know you're feeling like fucking annoying right now, but I appreciate where you're coming from. It makes me think of, because Don, bro, I mean, you grew up with me. I made a lot of mistakes. And I've said at times, like, I feel like sometimes you guys never say some shit for whatever reason. Like, y'all never criticize my movements like enough sometimes. That's how I felt up growing up. Like, I even told my homeboy like a couple days ago, I was like, he ended up saying, like, oh, what you're wearing right now was too outlandish. And I go, you know what? I respect you. I respect you because you actually said that. I don't feel I'm not, what is it, hurt by your comment. I actually appreciate it. Thank you. Next time I will not wear this. It's gone too far. But you know, uh it is a tricky
Really?
one. Yeah. Mhm.
Wait, what were you wearing?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember what
Clothes?
I would have said something if it was foul. Like
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, you know, I do a thing called outfit
Fishnets.
testing. I do a thing called outfit testing where I'll go out. sometimes we're like my homeboys, whatever. We'll go out on a Friday when there's nothing going on, and I will outfit test. I have an outfit in mind, and I'm gonna test it out on the field. As I didn't know what I was gonna wear to dance. Really, honestly, I didn't know what I was gonna wear to dance. So I was like, all right, let me test this outfit on Friday. So on Friday, I had the fucking pants on. I had the white big ass jacket on, not the one that I had the vest, the big ass white jacket on, but under that sleeveless, bro. And that shit was hot looking. I was like, yo, I look good. And then my boy was like, no, it's a little bit try hard. In the summertime, it would be acceptable. But in the wintertime, you're giving too
Oh.
much. And I go, you know what? I don't want to make them feel that. Thank you for telling me that. There you go. I appreciate it, bro.
At
Boom.
least you appreciated that.
Yeah, yeah. He was a good friend. He's the friend that I didn't want to tell shit before to about the way he was running his life. So, friendships are kind of a very, very interesting thing to think about and to make judgments on if you're gonna do such and such.
I think that's
Yeah, I
yeah, it's
agree.
a complicated bit
Yeah.
because like certain friendships have their own way of progressing. So like you may get to that point where you're able to kind of really just nip that in the bud and like say, hey, like, I don't like what's going on, blah, blah, blah. But again, not all friendships are kind of built the same way. So you just kind of have to navigate as best as possible and just hope for the best, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. As you go through that friendship, I'm a little bit less I don't want to say judgmental, but I comment a little bit less just based on the history.
Less
Yeah.
than you used to. Yeah,
Less
I
than
can
I
see
used
that.
to.
Mm.
Yeah.
Same, I think so overall. I think I used to be a much more annoying years ago. Don knows. I'm
Yeah,
still
me
annoying.
too.
I'm still fucking annoying, but less.
Yes, me too. I'm super annoying, but less annoying.
Yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of progress, right, guys? Think we're all
No,
like,
Don, you're supposed to say we're not annoying.
you guys are definitely not annoying. I love y'all so much. All right.
Thank you. That was annoying of us.
Anyway, guys, thank you again for tuning into this episode of the Dual Cast. Also, really glad to have Nikki on board for this. Find us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, and I think are looking to expand it to other platforms, but stay tuned in for that. And again, until next episode, love and peace, guys.